Hello you all, it's Agnes coming to you with a super fun project. We are going to be making a whimsical stems. You know, we always struggle, we can't find the right ones for the pumpkins. They all come with those weird ones. So guess what? I've already showed you one and I've done so many with my sassies in the club, but today I do wanted to show you actually how you can put the brown bag to use and make your whimsical stem that for sure is going to make your pumpkin look much better. So as you can see is I took one lunch bag, but obviously you can use even the brown bag from the grocery store. And I just simply cut into 3 different pieces since I am dealing with the majority of the times with the smaller pumpkin. So I'm going to just separate it and don't even worry that there are things that are just not, right and not straight. Who cares? We're just going to put the Mod Podge on it and have fun. In order for all this to work, you do need to cover your entire paper with the Mod Podge, and a nice good amount of it. If you do not have the Mod Podge, you can of course make one, or you can just use straight up glue, whatever you have, but it's gotta be sticky because we are going to have fun over here. So, okay, so that one is just, I'm trying to make sure that all the corners are done. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to take the corner of whatever shape of the paper you have in front of you and just start twisting. And of course, I'm going to just show you the simple way how to twist it, but you can create those little, wiggly things in there too. So keep on twisting. It comes to the bottom of my stem that I am actually twisting right now. I like to cut the pieces, in like 2 or 3 sections depending. And obviously I am making a small one, so I am going to twist those little sections. So here I go with another one. Just so if you did not see me twisting it before. This one, I do want it to fold. And it's again, there are so many ways of doing it. So now I wanted to make the nice little thing on the side, like one stem that sticks out on the side. So I just cut my paper and I twist it. And I'm going to continue twisting all the way till the bottom. And obviously when I get there, I'm going to again cut the little pieces right on the bottom and twist them separately. But just because it is, a small pumpkin that I have intention of putting on, that's why. Look how pretty. I love it. How whimsical that is. So, okay, so I have 2. So now, obviously, you know me, I'm not going to waste my paper. So I'm going to do the same thing to a 3rd one right there. And obviously, this is the base. So I'm just grabbing whatever I can, but I do want it to make it a little bit thicker. So I'm just going from the corner and I'm going to do the same thing. I mean, how fun that is. Obviously, the bigger the paper, the more interesting, stems they are. And obviously, you can create and twirl the tops and twirl the bottoms, whatever you need to do. But now I do want to actually use the entire bag that I just took apart. Of course, I put some Mod Podge on it, and now I'm just going to fold it in half. And I know I love the messy craft. And I'm just going to twist it around with this whole big mess. And it's again, you can create the little mini stems right as you roll. You can add additional paper if you have it on the side. I mean, the sky is the limit. And the more whimsical, the more squirrely and wiggly and twisted, the better they look. So it's again the same story. I'm just cutting it on the bottom. Obviously, it does not have enough Mod Podge on it, so I'm going to just add it and keep on twisting. And I rest assured, and you know that as soon as the glue or Mod Podge is going to dry, it is going to be stiff, but it does take a little while. And obviously, for the purpose of this video, I will be speeding things up and drying here and there, but they are still not going to be 100% dry. Now we're going to be making a lot of those, funny looking stems in a club with more wigglies on the side built in there. But for now, this is just the basic. So I really hope that I brought you some ideas. So now let's pretend that this is dry partially. So when you feel that your stem is almost dry, what I like to do is I like to go with Mod Podge again and just simply make sure that all my twists are secured. But you do need to wait at least 10-15 minutes for the Mod Podge to dry. Of course, now I'm going to mold it the way I want it, and I guess that's done. Usually the way I work with my stem is I work with them depending on the pumpkin I'm dealing with and decoration I'm putting it on it. So it's very hard, but I know I'm going to use those. So now I did bring my raw umber. This is my other favorite color, brown color. And I'm just going to simply sprinkle my color right around my stem. And it's going to still take a little while because for it to dry. So I'm going to just simply add the little hues to it. When it comes to the white ones, I usually, spray paint them or, add some color to it and then just keep on adding layers. And obviously towards the end, I am using also a wax. But as of right now, we're just painting it away. So I spray painted the big one, the big white one we just created together. So now as I have all of them done, why don't we just decoupage and let's see, at least you can see how that looks. So I do have the piece of the napkin, right, and I'm going to simply try to decoupage it. Obviously, when you decoupage, you need to take the plies, and I always like to use my sticky fingers with the Mod Podge and separate my napkin. And then you need to obviously apply the Mod Podge to your surface. And the way I always like to do it is to apply a very thin layer of the Mod Podge. That usually prevents from making a lot of wrinkles. Obviously, I love to use saran wrap to smooth all the imperfections. And if I can, for this purpose of this pumpkin, I actually chose intentionally forgiving napkin because the whole purpose of this video was not decoupaging, it was actually stems. But, I wanted to put them to use. So because the pumpkin has those imperfections and because my pumpkin is actually super small, it will be it will take a little longer for me to cut the sections and try to match up the pattern. So forgiving napkin with a very heavy print is actually the best one. So now I'm just removing the excess of the napkin from all around my pumpkin, and obviously the bottom and the top, you cannot, you cannot really avoid the wrinkles on the bottom. But with the help of the Mod Podge, obviously, and the saran wrap, all of them can be nicely pressed, almost like you're using a mini iron. I've tried to use the brush to smooth out my wrinkles on the napkin. It really does not work the same way as the little piece of the saran wrap wrapped around your fingers. It's just it does not stick, obviously, to saran wrap, and it just beautifully presses all down. See, all what I'm going to do is remove as much as I can from the top, and then just simply add the Mod Podge and then use my saran wrap and spread my napkin all around and make sure that there's no wrinkles. Well, this is the part of the video that I forgot I was actually recording. So I've applied a varnish with the triple thick all around my wet pumpkin after decoupaging. And I was actually positive I was recording, but obviously I didn't. So now I wanted to bring a little bit of the diamond dust, and obviously I did the same thing. I forgot to record. But all what I've done is just right on my wet triple thick varnish, I've applied a little bit of the diamond dust right on it. At least you see that I do recycle the little pieces of diamond dust right on it. So now I'm waiting for all of it to dry a little bit, and obviously I am going to pick my stem that we just created and add it to my pumpkin. Of course, that still picture was not meant to be, but you know what? Look at this. Decisions, decisions, decisions. It's so hard. So I'm going to use the one that had a lot of little things spread out all around. So here we go. I think I finally got myself into the action of knowing when I'm recording and when should I actually do the work. So I'm adding a little bit of the hot glue right to the base of, and look how pretty it looks. Oops. And obviously I did not wait. Everything is sort of on the wet side. So let's go take number 2, and it worked. So now I decided to add a little leaf to it to go with the little patch that I've been already creating. And of course, I need to bring some bling to this whole occasion, and I will be all set to make some pictures and show it to you. Here it is, my sparkling beauty with my whimsical stem. I absolutely love it. It was a really quick one, a quick decoupage project, and I really, really enjoyed this, and it looks awesome with my cable knit pumpkin. Hope you've seen that tutorial. Again, everything is sort of on the wet side, but you do see how nice the triple thick, the nice varnish together with the diamond dust is just created right on my pumpkin. So it's again, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you're going to sprinkle that for me, and I cannot wait to craft with you live tonight. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.